Hello everyone, welcome to new video of Sportsian. IPL season is here. And with me is Vignesh, and I'm your host Hemant. So we would start off the team discussion, starting off with last year's IPL champion Mumbai Indians. I'm a hardcore MI fan, and Vignesh is a CSK fan and a DC fan too. Hi Vignesh,
Hey Hemant.
S- still licking the wounds from last year, or are you fine?
Yeah, Hemant, let me just give you a small fact. The last time Mumbai Indians won a final by 1 run, the next IPL, the opening match of CSK versus MI, and CSK went on to win the season. So, food for
Okay,
your thought.
anyway, thanks for joining, Vignesh. So it has been a very emotional journey for an MI fan like me, you would say. The initial seasons of IPL have been very tough. Unlike you are a CSK fan. You've been like you were accustomed to going to playoffs, reaching playoffs every season. But being an MI fan was hard. There were no IPL trophies to show off in the start. But things really changed after Rohit Sharma has come and taken over the captaincy from 2013 to 2019. 4 IPL trophies.
Yes, I think the success for MI is, building the core around Rohit Sharma. It was a game-changing decision to give him the captaincy in 2013, and he has done a wonderful job. He has brought in new players like Hardik Pandya, Krunal Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah, Kieron Pollard, and he's built a team around them.
The interesting fact is like MI has been a powerhouse for Indian cricket as well. You see the two Pandya brothers, Bumrah, they have been a revelation. Both Pandya and Bumrah have been a revelation in all the forms of cricket, and Krunal is making his steps in the T20 cricket. And there is a very pretty much what you say a well-built stable also. There is Surya Kumar Yadav, there is Ishan Kishan, who given a chance they will anyway make a mark on the Indian cricket team, especially Surya Kumar Yadav.
Okay, Hemant. So let us have a look at the MI squad. As soon as you look at it, what do you think about the squad?
The first glimpse I've been doing the research for quite some time. I know that we lack in the spin department. There are not enough spin resources for MI because the spin has been detoxed. There are only three stadiums that the matches were going to play, and everybody knows that pitches deteriorate and spinners will take up any moment in the tournament. And it's my first impression of the entire 24-member squad.
But looking at the top order, right, the batsmen, the wicket keepers, and the all-rounder, they have a very solid core.
Yeah, there is that thing, right? If you see the top order and the all-rounder slot or the middle order, what you can say, there's a core around it. You know that definitely Rohit Sharma is going to play, Quinton de Kock is going to play, Surya Kumar Yadav is there. There are the Pandya brothers. Then there is Pollard. So it's like it's built. The batting department, you can say that it's sort of like sorted very much. If I was in the Mumbai squad, I would like to have a go with Chris Lynn at the opening along with Quinton de Kock, with Rohit coming one down. There are arguments that he's not been the form of his life. CPL has been bad to him. He's pretty bad. He was pretty bad against spin. But still, why I talk about Lynn is like, am I lack that spin power? So I would want to stack up with the batting power, as much batting power as possible.
I personally feel that Chris Lynn has come to the twilight of his career. It's not only the CPL which has gone down for him. Even last season's IPL, he wasn't very effective. So I would probably, have de Kock and Rohit opening with Ishan Kishan coming at one down.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And I would like Pollard to move up the order as well, maybe 2 down, because he comes at mostly 3 down, and we expect him to slog at every ball. But I don't think that's the nature of how Pollard bats. He likes to take his time, then start hitting the balls over the boundary. And I think on pitches like UAE, it's not that you cannot just say that go from the moment you get down to the crease. Because you need to study the pitch, you need to take your time, and I believe that if Pollard can come at 2 down, it might be a good thing for MI with Pandya brothers being followed.
And Hemant, Pollard has been a handy bowler as well. So in the recently concluded CPL, in the final match, he took 4 wickets, 4 for 30. So we haven't seen him bowl much for MI because they have other bowling resources. Do you think that Pollard will, come in handy with the ball as well?
Yeah, definitely. But I have not seen MI using Pollard as a bowler for the last 2-3 seasons. He didn't bowl any. What do you say? a decent spell. So I mean, he was not given the chance. But this time, as you said, as you mentioning, he had a very great CPL. I think Rohit might be tempted to give him a ball since given that the pitches are on the slower side, maybe the slower balls of Pollard might definitely help. Now coming to the bowlers, the Mumbai's bowling, if you see on the outer, it's stacked up with fast and medium bowlers. You have like Dhaval Kulkarni, you have Bumrah, you have Bolt, you have Mohsin, you have Digvijay, you have Pattinson, and you have Kaltanai. We forgot to discuss about Kaltanai actually. I would say that, I mean, when MI was having a go at Kaltanai at the auction, I thought that they just wanted to snub him from CSK. That's the only thing. That's why they just, Malinga is not there, and you know that Kaltanai can bat as well. He can slog. He can slog. So I feel that he too is a very decent option now, and it might be a game-changing buy or a tournament-changing buy for MI Kaltanai.
Yeah, Coulter-Nile, cog in the wheel for Perth Scorchers. They're one of the most successful Big Bash teams, and he's a very good death bowler. So people often forget that he's a really good death bowler, and of course he can slog with the bat. We remember the match, World Cup match against West Indies last year, when he took Australia from a very precarious position to like a very respectable 280 or 290.
Yeah. Now coming to the bowling department, you know there is Bumrah who will definitely play. And Mumbai has this thing like going with two overseas fast bowlers every time. You see any of the season, there were two overseas fast bowlers. And I believe that now, in the absence of Malinga, I think they will go with Coulter-Nile. And the other one slot that is open is, there's a fight between McLean, there's a fight, and Bolt, I would say. And there is James Pattinson also, who is Malinga's replacement. But I think Mumbai might be tempted to go with Bolt. They might ask him to have a go at the opposition in the power play, restricting Bumrah for the slog overs.
Yeah, I also think that Bolt is, a bit better than McClenaghan. McClenaghan has been successful for MI, nothing to take away. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from him. But the thing is, he has been more on the expensive side. When you have Bumrah and when you have Malinga, they're very economical. But McClenaghan has been the bowler which the opponents target, though he may take wickets. So I think that they will go for Bolt ahead of McClenaghan. Now let's come to the spinners, because we have all talked about how slow the pitch is going to be, and spinners are going to be very crucial. I can just see only 3 spinners, and 2 of them are like new faces. Like there is Rahul Chahar, Prince Balwant, and Anukul Roy. Do you think it's enough for MI?
I mean, there is Rahul Chahar, there is Krunal Pandya. These definitely will finish their 8 overs of quota, but I still believe that 8 overs of spin is not sufficient on these pitches. At least they should have another bowler who can finish that 4 overs of quota. I would be tempted to go with Jayant Yadav rather than Anukul Roy, just that because Jayant can bat as well. So as I said, we are not a spin heavy side. MI is not a spin heavy side, and I would like to see as much of batting lined up in the squad. In the playing 11. So I would be tempted to go with the all-rounder Jayant Yadav rather than the proper Anukul Roy. But you never know, right? I mean, if the pitches are like more spinner friendly, then there's no wrong in going with the Anukul as
well. I also think Jayant Yadav deserves a chance in this 11. But again, if you want to start with a lot of batsmen, then probably he is going to be the one that is left out. So to sum up, this is my 11, Hemant. I will open with de Kock and Rohit, Ishan Kishan at 1 down, Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Kieron Pollard, Krunal Pandya, Rahul Chahar. So you have 2 8 overs of spin here, and then finish up with Coulter-Nile, Bumrah, and Bolt. Want to compromise on any batsman, you can definitely bring in Jayant Yadav.
Yeah, and my 11, at least for the starting set of matches, maybe 3-4 matches would be, I would like to see Lynn and de Kock open. I mean, it's just as I said that I just want to see what Lynn does in the colors of blue, followed by Rohit, then Pollard, and I would then fit in Surya Sky there. I mean, just that because Suryakumar Yadav knows to shift gear. I mean, he can build an innings from the start, or he can just have a go at whenever the team is required. He can just up the ante. Followed by the Pandya brothers, then have Coulter-Nile, then Bumrah. I would like to see Dhaval Kulkarni also in this squad, maybe, just to ease the load on Bumrah, because making Bumrah bowl 14 matches, I don't know how it turns out, because Dhaval is a very decent bowler coming, and these are slow pitches.
So Hemant, the all important question: do you think MI will retain the title?
I really hope we retain the title. We don't want to wear that thing that we don't win in even years. But many people were also saying that it's in UAE and MI has lost all the matches they played in UAE. I mean, if you go back to 2014, the most crucial thing they lacked was the opening partnership. They didn't have any reasonable opening partnerships going on in UAE, and there was a pretty decent middle order. But once the third or fourth wicket falls, again there was a collapse. So I think if MI can tighten there, it has a pretty good chance to win the tournament, and especially if Rohit fires. Rohit did not fire in 2019, but still he managed to get the trophy. And if Rohit fires, I don't think there's anybody stopping MI winning this trophy. So that's it, guys, from us. This is our analysis of MI. If you think that we missed on something, please do mention in the comment section. And for such amazing sports content and IPL videos, do share, subscribe, and follow Sportsia. Thank you.